Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My God, I'm so excited about what we're going to share here tonight on the webinar. And I want to welcome you to the VIV Lifestyle Company pre-launch webinar. And my name is Brian Amaso. I'm a future diamond executive with the VIV Lifestyle Company, which is a future very high rank. And tonight on the webinar, we're going to introduce you to a brand new startup company that literally has decades of experience. So let me kind of clarify what that means. That may sound a little confusing, but the corporate officers and the team of this new startup company come with decades of talent and experience in the space that we're in. So we are really getting the benefit and the explosiveness of a brand new business startup combined with the benefit of having amazing leadership with people that have experience and skin in the game. So the word VIV is Latin for live. So when you see this here, when it says VIV Life Better, what it's really saying is live life better. And that's what the company is really founded on. Our company is bringing products and service to the market that everyone not only needs, but is already using habitually. The company has built products from the ground up that really are focused on the customer first and not just the benefit of the company. And this really means that we can feel comfortable presenting these products and services to people that are friends and family and colleagues without feeling like high pressure salespeople and without any kind of sales tactics. I like to say it's almost as good as marketing air to people, right? These are services everybody's using. And best of all, the company has put together a compensation plan that rewards people for helping other people at the highest levels. So guys, grab a notepad, get ready to take some notes, because I promise you that you haven't seen a better ground floor business idea like this. Okay, so 5 reasons you don't want to miss the boat here with this company. And listen, this isn't going to be for everybody, right? We're only looking for sharp people that want to be part of some of the first movers in a new category, right? With category disrupting products and services in this business model. So if you're looking for the next get rich quick scheme, this is definitely not for you, right? But if you do want to be part of an explosive new business on the ground floor and putting in your efforts in something new, you'll definitely reap life's greatest rewards down the road with the rest of us that are working. So first, we have a better gig, right? And number 2, you can see here, we got better products. Number 3, we have a better company vision. And this part's huge, guys. Number 4, better leadership, right? Both from corporate and from the field. We have some highly skilled veterans of the industry that are in the field helping lead here. And most importantly, guys, number 5, a better you, right? The person that you will become as we grow together building this business. So let's talk about a better gig, right? If you're working for somebody else at a job, and there's nothing wrong with that, you're making what we call M1 income. And what this is hourly income. And it's really, honestly, it's the worst possible way to make money. And I don't mean that in a negative way or an insulting way. It just is, right? Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're making $100 an hour working 80 hours a week, it still caps out at $8,000 a week working hourly. So M1 income is really the worst way to make money. Excuse me. And another way, if you own your own business, then you're earning what we call M2 income. And this is where you start to leverage maybe other people to compound your income, but there's no passive residual income to it. Right? And this is okay. I actually have several M2 income strategies, but it's still limited to me working my business and managing people. When I say a better gig, VIV has M3 income, right? And this is the best possible way to earn money and the best kept secret of the super wealthy. And M3 income, this is where you leverage people and time, and you market something once, and you get paid for it over and over and over and over again every single month, passive residual income for doing something only once. And guys, this is just a small part of why VIV is a better gig. So side hustle, right, guys? In the new economy, almost everyone has some sort of side gig or side hustle, right? About half of all baby boomers are interested in entrepreneurship as they near retirement. And I think this is because the 40-year plan, working 40 to 60 hours a week isn't working, right? Earning that M1 income, it's not what it planned to be. And so, guys, that's over 76 million qualified people looking for a side gig or a side hustle. And here's the big one, guys. Half of all millennials are not entering traditional 40-hour week jobs, right? They're having multiple revenue streams so they can generate more flexible lifestyle and more importantly, be in control of what they're earning. I mean, think about Uber, right, or Airbnb. We have eBay and Shopify online stores. There's over 50,000 people a month joining Uber to generate additional revenue. I mean, even the reason you guys are on this webinar is because you're at least partially looking for a side revenue stream. So I think you'll agree with me that almost everyone is looking for something. So guys, I started my little side gig 4 years ago, and it's really led me to a totally different life and lifestyle. We just bought $1 million dream lake house, and we're looking at a summer house in Florida. And I'm now working from home, running multiple businesses, multiple revenue streams. And I'm very blessed to be marrying the woman of my dreams. And I mean, I literally create my own hours and decide exactly how much I want to earn from pursuing my little side gig 4 years ago, right? And guys, I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm saying this to impress upon you, to be open-minded and to just sort of take notes here and understand where something like this can lead. Because, I mean, obviously, I can't guarantee that you'll meet the man or woman of your dreams, but I can promise you this will be the beginning of a path to a better life. Life you can live on your own terms, right? And again, I don't say this to impress you. I say it to impress upon you. If I can do it, anybody can do it, right? I'm nothing special. Biggest quality I have is I recognize opportunities and I take immediate action on them. So guys, I really want you to take a minute and think, what would it really feel like if we're able to cut back to, say, 30 hours a week working, making the type of money that you want to make? Or what would it feel like to be able to fire half of all your clients in your business because you have side income? And that's exactly what I did in my construction company, right? The only thing I want to build is multi-million-dollar homes. So I was able to kind of fire 80% of my clients and only take the jobs that I want to work because of my side gig, right? What if you could take your entire family on a tropical vacation every year? We do that too, you know? And it's not really about the money, guys. It's about what type of life do you want to live on your own terms? You know, what kind of a life you can craft when you start to have some income options. All right, so let's talk about a little bit about better products. Right? We're so fired up about the category disrupting flagship products that we're launching. And as a business guy, I can't even describe how lucrative this space is, but I'm going to give it a shot here. So raise your hand if you pay an electric bill or know somebody who does. Right, so obviously I can't see you guys, but I want you to see how crazy this is, right? Everybody, our demographic is literally everyone. Well, I mean, most people, right? Since energy deregulation 20 years ago, we have a choice to choose the energy supplier on our electric bill, whether it's residential or commercial. And guys, if you're not familiar with this, this is no different than choosing your cell phone provider for your phone service, right? Based on price or based on service. And if you didn't know this, you can choose who provides your energy supply on your electric bill, right? Based on things like cost or green energy content. And this is called third-party energy suppliers. And we're able to guarantee that we can save people money on their electric bills with our service. And this is a bill that they're already paying, right? I don't have to convince people to pay their energy bill. They're already doing this. We're just showing them how to do it smarter and cheaper. So think about what I'm saying here, guys, right? Our demographic is literally everyone over, say, the age 20 or 21. It's not about healthcare products or that only affect, maybe 30% of the nation, or beauty products that are only for women. There are literally thousands of companies out there competing in the health and fitness space, right? The latest potions and pills and oils. We are literally the only company in the world that has the product that I'm about to introduce to you here. Guys, so if energy deregulation and choosing your supplier is so great, you might be asking, why aren't more people switching? And here's the problem, guys. If some of you may have experienced this as well, all of the third-party energy suppliers over the past decade, basically what they do is a bait and switch tactic. They have low introductory rates to get people to sign up, and then they basically count on the people not looking at their bill, and then they jack their rates after the introductory period is over. And they know, the companies know that about 75% of people won't even notice that. I mean, honestly, people don't even know how to read a bill for the most part, right? And what happens is they end up getting rolled over into a higher rate without knowing, and they're paying more than the utility would have charged them in the first place. So this is a rampant problem that's happening in the third-party energy space. And guys, if you've ever had a credit card with a great introductory rate for 6 months or a year, and then forgot about it and still had a balance on the card when the rates go up, this is exactly the same type of thing. So some people get smart, right? They pay attention to their bills and They learn how to read them, and they switch every time their supply rate comes up. They try to find the best deal, and they keep switching and switching. This takes a lot of time, right? I mean, who has the time to monitor electric bill? Maybe unless you're retired or something. So it's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of reasons why the energy space has gotten pretty cluttered up with some of this stuff. Right? And the energy space is about $1 trillion space when you factor in solar. So whenever you have millions of people in a space this big with a universal problem to fix, what you get is a massive opportunity for a new business model, and that's what we're doing here. So guys, welcome to what we're calling Autopilot. And what this is, it's a sophisticated software. It's based on a service that automatically puts customers in the lowest possible energy rate in their area, guaranteed. And with this new service, we're getting our customers the best of both worlds, really, right? They're getting the lowest possible rates, and they're guaranteed to beat the utility without having to monitor their energy bills, right? I mean, they don't even know how to read those in the first place, so they're really getting the best of both worlds here. So I want you to imagine having this service or being able to market this service and asking your mom, saying, hey, Mom, would it be okay if we cut down your electric bill, right? What do you think she's going to say to that? Or would you prefer to keep paying more than you have to? I mean, this is really a no-brainer. And guys, think about this. I mean, who do you know that uses energy, that owns a business or works at a large company or that owns properties, right? This is everywhere. With our service, commercial energy users no longer have to pay broker's fees on top of their energy costs. So we're actually cutting out that middleman, saving commercial customers even more. So imagine walking into your local bank or grocery store, wherever you frequent, or your local lumberyard, and just saying, listen, if I could show you how to remove the broker from your energy bill, would you give me 5 minutes to show you how? And then playing them a short video, right? Now, guys, I'm not going to get too deep in the webinar about commercial energy, but we have videos that explain all of this, all the services and products. But let me just say that we're getting paid every single month that somebody pays their electric bill, monthly residual income forever, right? So the bigger the bill, the more we get paid. So that's one of our flagship products, guys, that we're so excited about. But it doesn't really stop there. VIV is launching a whole suite of lifestyle products, and that's why they're called VIV Lifestyle Company, that really help people and the things that people already use. So we have another flagship product in the water purification space, and people are reading more and more about plastic outgassing in bottles, and most of the water coming from municipal water supplies instead of coming from springs, as being told, and there's more and more people becoming conscious of the landfills and the plastic islands floating around the oceans, all that trash and all the plastic bottles. So they're really flocking back to high-end water purification systems. And that's one of the flagship products we're going to introduce. We have credit and fraud protection service that's given at a discounted rate from other providers, because everything you see here, we're able to bundle it. All these services I'm going to mention, we can bundle them and combine them and save people money. So when it comes to the credit services, I mean, ever since Equifax had that data breach of over 175 million customers, right? People have been signing up in droves for credit and fraud protection services, and we have that. I've heard some absolute horror stories about identity theft, and so personally, this is a service bundle that I'm going to get myself. Let's see, we have a service similar to AAA here, which is a roadside service, but it's about half the cost of AAA because, again, we can bundle it up with other things. We have an online medical service that can save thousands in a year diagnosing simple things like earaches and infections right over a Zoom meeting, right? With a network of doctors that can actually prescribe right over the Zoom meeting to you and your family, so you don't have to, take the day off and drive your child in for an appointment, or take the day off and drive your elderly parent in. So that's going to be a big service. Let's see, we also have services in the home security space that can literally save hundreds of dollars off of services like ADT. So what we're doing here, guys, with the secondary services, we're looking for stuff that the people are already using, and we're showing them a better way to bundle stuff. So again, no big sales pitch here. And we have many, many more lifestyle products coming out that will impact people's lives while saving them money over something they're already paying for. So guys, I think you're going to agree here that our company has products and services that are virtually effortless to market. But let's talk a little bit about vision. The VIV Lifestyle Company was built from the ground up, focusing on the customer first. And this is huge. our autopilot energy service was built by a software engineer by the name of Kevin Manley. And Kevin was one of the top software engineers who worked for Ray Dalio in the Bridgewater hedge fund. So he comes from a very, very reputable background. And the funny thing about Kevin, he was not in the energy space. He was a software engineer. He's actually an energy customer that got so fed up with third-party energy suppliers and their tactics, he decided to do something about it. Right? He decided to develop this software that we're calling Autopilot that would work on the customer's behalf and get the lowest possible rates at all times. So our Autopilot service wasn't built by a corporation looking to screw the customer and offer false savings claims. It was literally developed by a frustrated customer who happened to be a top software engineer. Right? It was developed to benefit the people and not the fat cat energy suppliers. So guys, what we're doing here with our vision is radical transparency. From the corporate offices to the products to the field leadership, this company is built on radical transparency to the client and to the consultant that chooses to build a business with this lucrative suite of products. So guys, better leadership, let's chat about that a little bit. The best type of leadership that you can have in a relationship marketing company is one that combines corporate and the top field leaders, right? To provide feedback and keep grounded as to how the customers are being served and how the field is working with the products and compensation. And we have exactly that here at VIV. So our CEO, Cami Bainey, comes with over 2 decades of advanced marketing and branding education. And she has skills as well as over a decade of experience in the retail energy space. Our chief sales officer, Robert McFadden, has over 25 years of relationship marketing sales and is a world-class sales trainer for the field. And again, our chief technology officer here, Kevin Manley, is a gentleman I mentioned before that developed the Autopilot software. And he has a software engineering resume that, quite honestly, would take up the whole webinar to talk about, so I'm not going to get in deep there. So guys, with a team like this, I think you can see why this company is really going to start to go viral and why we're so excited. And lastly, guys, a better you, right? 4 years ago, as I was mentioning, when I got into this relationship marketing space, I only had my construction company. It was doing okay, I'm not complaining. But after spending the last 4 years being surrounded by like-minded people and some of the world's biggest thought leaders, everything has changed, right? I've gone from 1 revenue stream to over 14 and growing. Again, I've been trained by some of the best thought leaders in the world, and now I work on their teams and other companies. And as I mentioned, I met the love of my life as a result of pursuing this industry, relationship marketing. So guys, you can't even imagine the person you'll become from going down the path of an exciting new company with a team of like-minded people. Right? Most of the people we're hanging around with are not visionaries every day, especially if you're going into work for a 9 to 5. The people we hang around with in this company are all visionaries. They're all leaders, and they're all trying to go somewhere in a positive direction. So guys, take a good look at where you were 5 years ago, right? And when I work with my clients, I always ask them to do this. Look at where you were 5 years ago and where you are now, right? Because this will be the exact same place you'll be 5 years from now if something doesn't change, right? If you don't do something different in your lives to pursue your passions and change your financial situation. Guys, I promise you, this business will really bring out the best possible version of you, and you will impact everyone around you in a positive way on the journey. Guys, as I mentioned, we're in a pre-launch phase here, and what we're really doing is just sparking people's interest. We're pre-enrolling consultants in building businesses, and I think we're going to go live around April 1st. I don't think that's the exact date, but somewhere around April 1st. And the best part about this company is there's no monthly website fees. There's no membership fees, right? Just a one-time franchise fee or an enrollment fee of $199 to get everything you need to run this business, including personal website, right? It includes product and business training as well. So it's basically a business in a box. It's ready to go. And what they're doing here too during the pre-launch is they're dropping the enrollment fee to $99 to really generate massive momentum before the launch. So guys, it's only $99 as we're sitting here today on this webinar for a short period of time. So if this resonates, I wouldn't hesitate. If you feel that gut feeling and it seems like this is something that's going to go, I would get with the person who invited you on the webinar and get rocking and rolling with this. So the beautiful part here, guys, we keep it super simple, right? We only do 2 things. We enroll a few customers in any of the amazing products that I just showed you here, and we invite others to do the same thing. And guys, as an owner of multiple businesses, I can tell you it doesn't get any easier than this. Right? Now, I'm not saying that this is not work, because it is. All right, this is not a get-rich-quick thing. It is work, but quite honestly, it doesn't get any easier than offering to help somebody lower their energy bill or help them out with something that they're already paying for, services they're already paying for. Okay, guys, so that's an overview of the company and the services and the products. And what I'd like to do now is just take a few minutes to give you a brief overview of the compensation plan. And again, this won't be a deep dive, but if it piques your interest, we have about an hour-long compensation-specific video that we can send to you to get a little deeper. Guys, I personally know that Rob McFadden spent hundreds of hours designing this compensation plan that would generously reward those who helped build this company. And I've become a student of compensation plans myself, and this one is by far the best hybrid that I've ever seen. I mean, this plan hits all the metrics. It's based off a unilevel plan, which pays to unlimited width. And this basically means that you can have as many personally sponsored businesses in your business as you want and get paid on all of them. Right? You could have 10, 100, or thousands, depending on how big you want to grow your business over time. And this plan also has M1, M2, and most importantly, the biggest section is M3, passive monthly residual income. So it's hitting on all cylinders here. And guys, what we're doing is getting paid over and over and over again as our customers pay their monthly subscriptions or their monthly bills. So you can see here we have a substantial amount of income just from marketing the products, upfront one-time commissions, everything from $1,100 on a residential solar to $250 on a water purification system. We get residual income on our energy accounts. We can do large commercial solar. So there's a ton of different ways, everything from small to very large, all the way up to doing large commercial solar fields. So having a vast array of products really gives the flexibility for anybody in any genre to hit the ground running here. And again, what I feel is the most important part of a business is growing that M3 residual income bigger and bigger every month. Doing something once and getting paid every single month over and over again. And this plan also rewards people for building in width, as I mentioned, but it also pays eight levels deep, which is unheard of, combining width and depth. And guys, basically what we did is we started with the most lucrative type of compensation plan in relationship marketing, which is the unilevel, and they basically put it on steroids. There's also an additional $120,000 in business rank advances as we build over the months and years ahead. So this is yet another way we get paid. Everything I'm showing you is compounded, right? Everything I'm showing you is an additional way that we get paid. And again, guys, I'm not going to get too deep in the webinar, but I just want to show you a few things here. You can see here the 8 levels of compensation, and you can see the different ranks across the top. And we have many people. We've only been recruiting in this business for about 4 weeks, and we already have many people positioned with enough consultants to rank up to pace setter and partner and silver partner. And you can either jump in or watch it go by, but trust me when I tell you, this is happening right now as we are on this webinar, with or without you. So the reason I highlighted the silver partner rank is because there are additional compensation payouts from this level on. We're getting a 2% company profit sharing pool. Right? Think about this. So when the company's making $100 million, which will happen before the end of the year, they'll be putting $2 million into this pool to be split with all the consultants that are from this rank on. And it pays out every quarter. Right? They have another 2% at the executive ranks. So when you get into the executive ranks, you're picking up 2% as a partner and 2% as an executive every single quarter in this pool. Right? And we already have people structured for that rank as well. So this is all happening around us. So again, guys, very comprehensive compensation webinar and plan here. And we have a much deeper dive. If you're interested, we can get that link to you. But we also have something called generational pay, right? So the level pay pays 8 levels deep in consultants in your business, but generational pay pays 4 generations. So let's just say you were at the rank of pace setter, right? You can start to see here on the far right, you start to unlock generational pay, which is additional on top of all the other pays. So this means if, let's say you were a gold partner and you have partners in your downline, you would get paid on that line 4 generations deep. So partner over partner over partner. And you could have 10 levels in between these partners, right? So you could theoretically get paid down hundreds of levels deep based on generational pay. And guys, again, it might be a little bit confusing, so we can get you that video, but I just wanted to touch on all the different ways. I think there's 8 or 9 different ways we get paid. So I know it's a little confusing. Just trust me when I tell you this compensation kicks ass. I mean, this is the most powerful compensation I've ever seen in this type of a company. And guys, there's one final way we get paid too. It's another form of profit sharing called the leadership pool. And this is another 2% that is split up into similar to the other profit sharing based on performance. And again, fully explained in the compensation webinar. So a lot of profit sharing going on here, which is similar to like what a corporation would do. So guys, that's an overview of the VIV lifestyle company. Now I'm always very, very direct and honest with people when it comes to business. After seeing what you've just seen here tonight, really it either resonates or it doesn't. You're either in or out. When I say that, you either have that gut feeling that we're on to something, or you're like, no, it's not for me. And either way is fine. We're not here to talk anybody into anything. But guys, this is a startup company, right? So what we're looking for is people that want to run and be a part of something new and explosive. There's not really any more information. You can go to the website, but there's no history. There's nothing to research here. So again, you either want to run with us or you don't. So, and quite honestly, I actually like it this way because it kind of forces people to make a decision based on intuition. Instead of, most people are professional procrastinators and they get analysis paralysis and they'll say things like, wow, this looks great, but let me think about it or send me some more info. And those are the same people 5 years later are still in the same jobs, making the same money, living the same lifestyle, right? What they're really saying when they say, let me think about it, they're saying, let me decide to not make a decision, right? It's called procrastination. And Napoleon Hill calls it the silent killer of man. So guys, I made a decision to start my software company in 60 seconds flat because it resonated, right? I've learned to close that knowing doing gap. People like Henry Ford and Thomas Edison, they make decisions the same way. It either resonates or it doesn't. And guys, I'm really here on this webinar to kind of give you a little gut punch and a reality slap. If you want to get ahead in life and change your current situation, this might be the vision. This might be the vehicle, right? If not something like this, what's going to change? And guys, I have a consulting business. I coach people in this too, how to start businesses, how to make corporate decisions. And I can tell you from a business point of view that this is a very low risk, no cost way to get out of the hole and start a life towards the way you've always wanted it, So guys, if you're like us and if you see the massive opportunity here and you want to run with us, make sure to get with the person who invited you to the webinar. They can show you how to get enrolled, get connected, this explosive team of entrepreneurs, and really start to get educated on what we're doing here. And no webinar would be complete if I didn't bring up my friend here. I love this guy. It says, be decisive, right? It says, right or wrong, make a decision. The road of life is paved with flat squirrels who could not make a decision. Every time I see a squirrel trying to cross the road, I burst out laughing, me and my fiance. But it's a little cute cartoon on decision making. So guys, I'm going to stick around for questions and answers. But for those of you who want to leave, I want to thank you for coming. Hopefully we made that quick and decisive and to the point. I want to thank you for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure presenting this to you. And I wish you a good night and God bless. So again, we're going to stick around for questions. Let me just stop the recording here.